Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this. Yeah, okay. Uh, Hello, this is Juuso Virnes from Everlore.
And this is Ville Koskinen from Everlore.
Okay. So it's 15 question. So I just read them and you answer if you can. And yeah.
Yep, okay.
Okay. So how was the band formed?
That's a long and complex story. The first lineup was formed in 2013, I guess, and 2013. And our drummer Petteri and myself, we go way back. We've known each other since our school days, and we used to jam back in the day in school. There were a lot of guitar players back then, and then certain things happened. We graduated, and Petteri went on to do his military service, and there was a long gap. And some years after that, we ended up back together and basically
Okay.
started jamming again, and then
Ah,
it became Everlore.
so then you have played a lot of many years.
Yeah, we used to play a lot of in the beginning, mostly Iron Maiden covers and stuff like that. And I started to write my own songs around 2010, I guess. And basically, the oldest songs on the debut album date back to those years.
Okay. So how do you come up with the name?
I spent a couple of days working on it. For some reason, I had the word lore somewhere in the back of my head and felt like that's a good starting point. I didn't want the band to sound like steel something or iron something or all these like big cliche words like off fire, all that stuff. And
Okay.
I guess I came up with Everlore because it has a kind of a never-ending story feel to it, and I like the idea that it will keep on going for as long as
Yeah.
possible, and
Okay. Okay.
it isn't too restrictive. There's no like one theme that we need to
Okay.
use. So
So how long have you played in the band?
well, the band started in 2013, and I was one of the forming members, and I think Ville joined that autumn, I guess. So we started in the spring of 2013, and Ville joined the band in autumn, I believe.
Okay. And are you the same?
Yeah, I joined in
Okay.
quite the beginning, but not right from the start.
Okay.
Yeah, we basically had no bass player back then, so it was just there was myself on the guitar, Petteri on drums, and then we had another guitar player who is also a childhood friend of mine, Lauri, who
Okay.
later left the band, but yeah.
Ah, okay. So how many albums have you released?
One full-length album,
Just
One.
one.
some singles and stuff before that, but
Okay.
one album.
So who made the songs from you, band?
We have basically three principal songwriters, so we have a nice variety in that. And yeah, so basically I write a lot of songs, Ville writes a lot of songs, and Samu, our other guitar player, writes plenty of songs as well.
Okay. Okay. So you have three guys in your band just made the songs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, basically. And we tend to write the songs alone, like they are quite finished when we present them to the band, and then we do some minor tweaking if the other guys feel like it, and that's
Okay.
about that.
When will the next album coming out or single?
I wish I knew.
Hopefully soon, but we've been working hard on new songs, and I think we have like all the songs for the next album, but we just need to like start recording them and all that.
Okay.
I
So
think it's I dream of starting this summer, but it might be closer to autumn. But I guess I can say that we'll definitely start working on the album this year.
Okay. So maybe if everything going your way, then you will release this summer.
Well, I guess the release will be probably next year, in the beginning of the next year. So we did release the first album as like self-published, and we're hoping to get a record deal with this one. And there's a lot of stuff in between before it's actually finished. But yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you been active in music? You just playing music, not only your band.
Well, I started to play the guitar, I guess it must have been like 2003, I guess, and never really stopped. And yeah.
Okay.
So more than 10 years. A lot more than 10 years, actually.
Yeah.
Now that I think of it, yeah.
It's a very long time.
Yeah, I've been playing like ever since I was a kid. Like I was like 11 years old when I started playing, and
Oh damn, 11 years, damn. How old are you now?
26.
Okay, then it's a lot of years you have played. So how important is your music for you?
Well, for me, it's everything in a way.
Yeah, super important.
Okay.
I sometimes feel like it's the only way I can truly express myself in this world. So.
So the music are the most important thing you do in your life.
Well, not like 100%. Of course, my soon-to-be wife has to be has to come first. But yeah, music is really
okay.
It's really high up there. Yeah.
Okay. So which gig are you most happy with, and why?
That's a good question. Even though I like to complain about, especially my performances on our gigs, I don't think we've ever done like a really bad gig.
Okay.
Honestly, I was really proud of our gig on in Lutakko, which is this prominent rock club here in our hometown, Jyväskylä. I think that went really well, and that was a really nice stage to play, and that was a great experience. And no bad gigs really.
Okay.
But some of them are without a doubt better than the others. But yeah.
So is it the same for you?
Yeah, Lutakko, and then the last year's festival gig at Livestore Festival. They were the they are the best ones.
Oh, so where do you see your band about 3 or 5 years ago?
In the future.
Okay. So in the future.
Well, hopefully we'd be on like a record label of some sort, and hopefully we'll be having a bit more gigs. And well, I guess it's everybody's secret rock and roll dream to become big. And but I think we are quite realistic about it, and we are aware that that's like 1,000,000 to 1 chance. But one can dream. So Japan would be cool to play.
Japan, yeah. I can understand Japan because it's I think it's a very big place and play for metalheads.
Yeah, and power metal.
Yeah, power metal is the best thing in my. I love the power metal.
That's great.
Yeah, and
that's the right way to go.
Yeah, that's the right way. So who made your cover and logotype?
The logo was my design, but then it was kind of polished and made slightly better by a friend of our other guitar players, Ilona Putula.
Okay.
I think she did a great job with the cover art.
Yeah.
And she also designed our backdrop, which we use on some gigs as well.
Okay, because I saw you see the album and I really, really like it.
Yeah, we were really happy how it turned out.
Yeah, I can understand that. So, what make you stand off the crowd?
What makes us stand apart
different, make you different.
Yeah. That is a challenging aspect. Well, I think we don't have the most typical vocalist in a power metal group, for one, and I guess just overall quality. As much as I like power metal music, I think there's a shit ton of like mediocre bad power metal bands. I'm not gonna drop any names, but I hope we're doing something right.
Okay. So the last question. So where was the last album recorded?
Well, I guess Wille did his parts at home.
Yep.
Okay, just at home.
Yep.
Yeah, the bass parts were.
Home.
Okay.
That's like modern technology. You can do it at home, and it will sound good.
Yeah, that's great. You don't need a studio like me.
Yeah. Well, the drums were recorded at an actual studio because I guess that would be the most difficult instrument to record. And basically, all the rest was done at our producer's kind of this small home studio setup that he has.
Okay.
And all the guitars are actually digital. There's no reamping or anything, and that kind of shocked me in a way that one can do that actually.
Yeah. So I just have to give you one question more. Do you have any booking concert for next year?
Next year, not quite yet, but we do have one gig coming up really soon. It's a kind of a small private birthday gig, but I guess it'll be fun. It's a bit the organization is a bit interesting, but I guess we'll get through it.
That's I think it will be great. So do you want to say anything to them who will see this interview on my YouTube channel, or do you have any question for me?
Thank you. Remember to check out Everlore at Instagram and Facebook, and you can buy the CDs and shirts from Bandcamp and such. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks.
So thank you very much for interviewing us. It's great.
Was very fun and have you in my interview. And can you send every link you have to my messenger, and then I put it in my information on text on YouTube?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then I stop the recording.